Yeah, boy. Yep. Oh, Angel wants to know about transaction fees. They're very, very, very low for Forex. Irrelevant. Your biggest issue on how will be compliance and regulatory fees. All right, so anywho, let's get going. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance. Let me remind you that trading's risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. My name is Wayne. No, the camera's still a little off. That's not bad. My name is Wayne. I'm a currency trader. Been doing this for a while. Before I turned to the financial markets, I was in alternative investing in the form of venture capital. Very cool. Nice. Before that, I worked in the nonprofit world. Sat on a board of directors with George Soros. Very nice. Huh, that's it. Well, before that, I worked at NASA and docked the space shuttle at the International Space Station. You're like, Wayne, you've been to space? No. It was simulation, but it was still NASA. It was still pretty good. Why was I doing that? Well, I wanted to be an astronaut. An astronaut. Yeah. Turns out you can't be diabetic and go to the International Space Station. So that ended pretty quickly when I found that out. So anyways, that's me. I like long walks on the beach and Thai food. I tried salsa dancing once, but apparently I'm Canadian. Canadian men are just not good at salsa dancing. What can I tell you? I want to. It's just in the DNA. So anywho, thank you for being here. We can go through the charts. And but really, tomorrow's the big day, non-farm payrolls. I'll be over at the FX Street YouTube channel. So there's right now, today, we're just kind of cleaning up the mess from Wednesday, or Tuesday, actually. Sorry, the mess from Tuesday. So we'll go through our charts, and that'll be that. Okay. And Angel has some questions about professional Forex trading. I'll address that as well. In the description below, will you please click on the link to YouTube, or to Amazon, and leave a review, book review? Would you please click on the link and visit FX Bootcamp and consider becoming a member? A whopping $88 a year. Would you please click on the link and visit tradersway.com? A boutique foreign exchange trading firm that would love the opportunity to earn your loyalty and respect like they earned mine. I recommend them. Check it out. Would you click the thumbs up button? And would you leave a comment on the recording? Please. So let's clean up the mess. You have to decide whether you're going to trend or counter trend. I don't like counter trending, although I know how to do it and when to do it. I still don't like it. So my intentions are to be short somewhere around there or somewhere around here. We have that opportunity. I took a little trade down in here, took a tiny little loss because I decided to get out of it because of the risk associated with it, and I'm risk averse, and I have no problem with taking a loss. So I took a loss and got out. Good. Saved myself a few pips. Great. And I have intention around this 1900 to probably get short again. Target is 17. So if I short at 19 going for 17, it's worth the risk. Taking a look at Euro, go into a smaller time frame. Very, very, very similar setup here. Okay, I'm going to look at this zone, and you have permission to engage. Okay, probably already in that process, so you might want to get on your Fiverr. Okay, and giddy up. Okay. Oh, I forgot about Angel and I forgot about the poll. Let me do this. Angel says, can you speak about the cost of doing business as a trader? How much on average? It's not very much relative to other asset classes because Forex is so liquid. It's so efficient that, for example, if you're paying a spread, the spread is tiny. Look at this, about a pip. Tiny. Okay, if you're using an ECN, then you're paying commissions. It's tiny compared to trading stocks or options or bonds. So it's really advantageous as an asset class. And then you're like, does it cost us to buy and sell, meaning transaction fees? Yeah, well, that's what it is. You're either paying a spread, which is right here, like less than a pip at Trader's Way, or if it's an ECN account, then you pay a small commission. But it's not like, $7 like buying a stock positions or something like that. So it's very, very low. Also, your taxes, the tax treatment for Forex is superior to other asset classes as well. Okay. So yeah, all I can say is Angel, it's a great asset class to focus on. Okay, let's take a look at the poll. See how you guys answered that. Pound or euro, okay. And that statistically is about right. Okay. So we're at a little bit of support here, and you might be looking to sell a lower high if you're a bear. If you're buying a dip here, higher high, higher low scenario, your target is 106. Okay, if you're a bear, your target is lower, closer to 105. So you're selling at 106 to go to 105. Or you're buying 105.5 going for 106. So it's more opportunity to the downside. Your ultimate goal could be 104.5. Yeah. So much better opportunity to the downside. Okay. Taking a look at Aussie Dog here. Zip this out a little bit. I guess we can go into the hourly. And we are caught here. Okay, you can see we had the down, we had the up, we had the double bottom, and now we're in a range. So you should be focused on this. I'm short near the top of the range. You can see it right here. Yeah. My stop is here. Yeah. And waiting for the longer term moving averages to catch up is really all this is. So if things go well for me and this heads down, what'll happen is this 4-hour 21 is moving to the right and it's moving down. So if this works out and falls tomorrow, the 2150 or the 21 EMA will be on top of this range and pushing us down. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. You'll also see that I'm short on the daily M3, which is okay. It's okay. It's okay. Good. Yeah. Bank of Canada doesn't want to raise interest rates anymore, so the kitty cat, okay, we knew it was coming a month ago, and now it's happened. And, well, Canadian dollar's been weak, definitely weak there. And so what are you going to do now? Buy it and sell the US dollar? Well, no, I don't think. No, I wouldn't do that fundamentally. So, but it's hard to buy it this expensive, this high. The price is quite high. So I don't know if I'd do anything on this. I mean, the short-term kind of boost here, and I have to change my bias pivots to bullish. Okay. You could kick it off the daily pivot off the 1 hour 21. So your trade could be sort of buying it kind of nowish around 138-ish. And your target is only like 138.50, 138.60 for today. So there's hardly any money on this, right? There's only 50 pips in it conservatively, but ultimately 139. So, I mean, dude, those are that's 100 pips, but those are difficult pips. Okay? It's kind of like storming the pillbox. Hey, it's only 100 yards. Expensive 100 yards. Okay, zip over to the stock markets. Just get a sense of where we are and where we've been. Looking at the S&P 500, okay, not an update. We had a down day, then a recovery at the close, and now resumption of possible downtrend. Okay. The top is M3. The target is M1. That puts us back to 38.30 is the target. My stock portfolio is 20% cash. And I have a triple leverage short position. So I expect down. I've prepared to be down and I've executed to be down. So, right. So anyway, so that takes us down again to 38. Okay. Basically from 41 to 38. It doesn't give us a lower low, but it gets us down, gets us downtown. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. If we have a red hot jobs report tomorrow, holy smokes. Holy smokes. And then, of course, here's my projection for NASDAQ. Hey, look, man, look, it's not far off. It's not the prettiest chart I've ever drawn, but it's also not that far off. Oh, which reminds me, I'm going to work all day on my launch of the super secret fundamentally based alert service. The work I've been doing the last couple of weeks has disappeared. It's gone. And don't say, oh, well, didn't you do this? And what about this? And that? No. Yeah, look, it's gone. It's just gone. It is what it is. It's gone. It's over. It's gone. So I have to redo it. Yeah, totally. I took my daughter to Starbucks yesterday with our laptops. I'm like, you can do your homework and I'll work on my thing. And I opened up my laptop. We were having such a good time. Opened my laptop and it's just, it's gone. It just wasn't, the autosave wasn't saving. So I can bitch and complain and Well, I just have to do it over again. So I'm going to have to burn through that. At least a lot of it's in my mind. But I do have to kind of redo hours and hours and hours of work. So when that's done, that's because I want to get it done for tomorrow. So I can talk about it during non-farm payrolls. And then the actual event is on Wednesday. But then my next thing is next week, I'm going to put together the quarterly outlook, the quarterly update, if you want to call it that. Okay, so I will start that tomorrow. So get your $10 ready. I warned people, though, because of inflation, I might have to raise it to $10.50. Because of inflation. Because of COVID. But we'll see. Lots to do. All right, so let's see. My bias to risk off is still okay. Okay. Oh, Jim, I forgot about that. Thank you, Jim. Don't do it that way, though. YouTube just takes like 30 or 40% of that. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. But thank you. All right. So I'm still bearish. Look at kicking off the Lucas bands. Bitcoin coming down. I'm forced to do that Bitcoin transaction today, and I don't want to do it when it's falling, but I think it's going to fall. Kind of a biatch. Gold, okay, I expect down, so I'll probably have to get back short gold. Remember, I was short during this big drop as a hedge to my USD Mexican peso. Through the magic of Forex, turned $100 into $250 in a day. Lovely. Oh, my God. I mean, seriously, right? Honestly. It's so funny. Seriously. No, honestly. Love it. Should have put $1 billion on it. Turned $1 billion into $2.5 billion. Anyways, so I might have to get short. Yeah, whoop. Got to get short again, probably, because remember, we are bringing inflation down, and that's when you sell gold. Don't be confused. Oh, we have 7% inflation. You should be buying gold to hedge it. No. You are right. Gold is used to hedge inflation, but you are sorely mistaken on the reality that we face. Inflation's coming down, my friend. So you got the right idea, but the wrong concept. Remember when gold went from 1,000 to 2,000? Yeah, that was the inflationary period. We are in a disinflationary period, so you sell gold. So Grandpa was correct, but you just didn't understand what Grandpa was telling you. Okay, now zipping along, we are in that process of nearshoring, and I got a new lower low in Mexican peso. Nice. And I forget how much I locked in. So I have 300% internal rate of return locked in. Peso for the win! Okay. But remember, the target is just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail lower. Okay. So not quite to target, but nonetheless kind of cool. I'll get rid of this. This had to do with the range during the news event on Tuesday. So you can see I'm just doing what I'm doing, riding the moving averages. Now remember, they're very helpful, but they are lagging. That's why I have a target based on a leading indicator. Okay. Coolio. Now I could do this and just say it's out of position. Go for the S2. Sure, whatever, dude, your call. But just that's it. Like think of it like I'm short on a 2155 cross, right? That's it. You're like, Wayne, tell me all the magic. Tell me all the complicated formulas and analysis. And I'll say, well, if you look at the orbit of Venus relative to Uranus. Yeah. That's just too funny. Space jokes. I made up a joke the other day. I thought it was funny. I brought it up at the dinner table. The kids got the both. There's two parts of the joke. My wife only got one joke, but I said to my wife, honey, I looked up Uranus on the internet. And it turns out he was Zeus's uncle. He was one of the most powerful of all the gods. But apparently he was an asshole. I made that one up. I thought that was pretty good. Please give your view on the news coming out now. Wilco, which news and why do you think it's important? Because remember, I'm a macroeconomic trader. I don't give a damn about news. Okay? I do fundamental analysis. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So I don't really, I already know the macroeconomic trends. I already know the central banking policy. I know what the central banker thinks he's going to do and has told us what they intend to do. So the only thing I don't know, Wilco, is non-farm payrolls tomorrow and CPI on Wednesday. But like initial jobless claims, I've been tracking the weekly trend going back 3 years. So what's going to happen today in initial jobless claims, or how does today's initial jobless claim impact that long-term trend? Oh, it won't. And I've already done all the analysis. So like this one data point doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. What does matter is non-farm payrolls tomorrow, in particular the revision. I don't expect another 500, but it could be 300 tomorrow. But then the revision from 500 tomorrow might be down to 300. Okay? That's what's important. Okay? But these individual news events, irrelevant. Because what I care about is the macroeconomic policy. That's what I care about. Okay? You see what I mean? So like maybe I can do this differently. Let me say it less facetiously. Let me go to the St. Louis Fed. Hang on. Let me bring it over here so you can see it. All right. So I went to the St. Louis Fed website. And we can do I already have it there. Weekly jobless rate. Okay. Boop, boop, boom. So obviously I do this. Okay. And we go here. Okay. And obviously we don't need to go back to the 60s. So why don't we just do it very... Okay. Okay. So there we are. So what if it's slightly higher or slightly lower? You see, like, how much will it change things? You see, Wilco? So, right? So this is my issue. And again, to be less facetious, you're asking me, like, what if it's here or what if it's here today? And I'm like, I don't really care because this is what I'm trading. But one day, trades has an impact, a very tiny impact. Okay? As a macro trend trader, it's almost irrelevant. Oh, pushes the market up, what, 20 pips here, 30 pips there. I don't care. I got chunks of cone in my crap bigger than that, right? So anyways, that's all. Like, it'll provide some volatility, okay? If it's significantly different than expected, which it wouldn't be, it's right? Then it would add volatility. Now, my issue with volatility is someone, like, I'm trying to teach you how to be a professional trader. Okay? And there's probably very few YouTube gurus that know how to do this. By the way, have your other foreign exchange YouTube gurus, have they ever been licensed and registered? Have they ever had the government come into their office for 6 months and audit every single transaction they've ever made? Not just in their trading account, but in their bank account, their credit card accounts? Gone through their taxes? No, they're children. So anyways, what I'm getting to is, if there was a little difference, high or low, it would add volatility. But as someone trying to teach you to trade like a professional, professionals hate volatility. They hate it. So that's kind of where I'm getting to, right, Wilco? Where you're like, well, what if it's significantly different from what expectations? Well, that's not probable. But if it happened, it adds volatility, short-term volatility, and volatility is bad. So then that's why I'm so facetious about it, where I'm like, what does it even matter, Wilco? Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you, right? Frank, I don't know anybody. Okay, I don't know anybody, Frank. I don't listen to anybody. I don't read anybody. Never had. Right? You got to understand, I've been trading longer than YouTube has been around. It wasn't even a company. I used to be the first 12 pages of YouTube videos when you typed in Forex. So nobody's been uploading, not one living soul on earth has been uploading YouTube videos about Forex than me. Okay? So like, do I follow anybody? And said, no, I don't know what they do. I don't care. I've been doing it longer. Okay? So I'm not saying anything bad about them. I don't know. I don't know anybody, right? So anyways, so going here, just to comment on Wilco's note there is like, well, if it pops out and is volatile, I'll probably get a stop hit. Okay, fine, but that's why I use stop losses. But do I want to trade the volatility? Hell no. No, I don't like volatility. Why would I go seek it? It's an amateuristic move. You see what I mean? Amateuristic move. So that's all. That's all. But yeah, someone else is going to trade it like, oh my God, we got to trade it, right? We got to trade it. Pop, pop, pop. Let's go, go, go. Okay? Catch some vol, catch some vol. Catch some vol. Oh, scalp, scalp, scalp. Look at me, I got 22 pips. Sweet. Sweet ass trade. Enjoy those 22 pips. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of money. You could upgrade to a grande. Huh? You can get that grande latte now. Throw on some whipped cream. It's a hell of a date, right? No, what I'm saying is the volatility is not something that I seek. Okay? So when you trade macroeconomically, you know, I don't know, how do you say it? You're not reacting to a news event. So right now we're sort of in a zone in which I want to consider, if the market rolls over, to take a short. Does news do that for me? No. News will give me the spike, maybe. News can make my life complicated. It could, you know, but how about this? I'd rather you be in the trade before the news because you already know the trend. Okay? Not because of the news. So like, look what I'm teaching here. Let's go all the way back to January. Okay? I'm showing you down, which probably was what, a week in advance? And then the up, which means up for, you know, almost an entire week. And I got the arrow and I got the roll reversal. And then I'm like, I think it's going to go down to like 1776 is what we have here, right? 117.76. And instead it range bound, then lower high, low, you know, and then lower high, and then finally the break and all that kind of stuff. And so what I'm trying to show you is, you know, these trades last weeks, even months. And the short-term volume creates a wick on one candle. Okay? So now what's relevant to me is, it seems to me, through my analysis technically, that we've made a lower low, and now I'm interested in a lower high and the potential for a new lower low. To me, that's what's relevant. And how do I decide on this direction? Well, that's the macroeconomics. So from this double top, okay, this has been bearish. So if weekly jobless claims comes out and there's a spike in volatility, to me, it like, I'm already a bear. So it either presents a bearish opportunity or not. And as a bear, fundamentally, I'm looking for technical entries to sell as a bear. And that's what this represents to me. So again, the volatility of the weekly jobless claims just happens to be in the market conditions of which I'm considering my trade. I already know what the trade is. I want to sell. I already know what the target is. I already know why I want to sell. So if the vol today pops me up, gets me into my sell zone, and then I drop into a 5-minute chart and catch a change in direction or a change in trend from, on a 5-minute chart, bullish to bearish, I take the shot. And what was it? Did volatility help me based on weekly? Maybe. Okay? Maybe, but Wilco, it's not the rationale for the trade. Okay? You see, like, it's to me a much higher level of thought process. So if the numbers today spike pound dollar up, sweet, I'm going to sell it. When am I going to sell it? Okay? When this chart now turns bearish. Is it bearish right now? No. Oh, I'll teach you MACD. Okay, let me teach you a MACD. Hang on. I will teach you MACD. I will teach you MACD. Okay, you have to start with this one. This first video doesn't teach you MACD. The next one does, I think.
Now, let me remind you that the purpose...
But you start there. It's only 20 minutes, and there's 4 videos. One of them definitely covers MACD and stochastics in great detail with furious anger. Okay, let's just make another quick point here. Oh, it will actually. Oh, no, this is the moving average side. Okay, look at this. What do you notice here? Same charts. Same charts. Okay. And that was 14 years ago. And it was already old news. I had taught this for years and years and years. But this is sort of like an archive. 14 years ago, my MT4 charts, I still use MT4, my MT4 charts are the same. And my trading is the same. Okay? Do you get the pivot points when you sign up at FX Bootcamp? Of course. Why would I hold that away from you? Of course I would. Okay? But anyways, yeah, go watch the videos. Free. La 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 la. So look, I gotta I guess I shouldn't say it. I was gonna say I have a terrible day in front of me. I've been up since early, and I have to repeat a bunch of work I already did, and that's just a biatch. But I'm gonna try to enjoy it. The weather's still okay. I'm going to sit outside, try to stay happy and focused, and redo all the work I've already redone because I got to get a certain level of that work done regards to my super secret fundamentally based alert service launch, which is Wednesday. And I want to invite FX Street viewers to that. So I got to redo all that by tonight. Today is also a difficult day because we have our swing trading group meeting, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love. But it takes many hours. It takes all my energy. And then I have about 20 minutes to run upstairs, kiss my wife, eat dinner, and then I got to run out the door and I got to go do something else. I don't even get back till 11 o'clock at night. And of course, I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do FX Street. So somewhere in that period, I got to redo all this work. So anyways, I gotta go. I don't have enough time to breathe today, but I appreciate you in my life. You're you're good people. You work hard. You keep me focused. I want to look pretty for you because you're my sweet baby. So thank you for that. So peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Swing traders and day traders, I will see you at 4 p.m. I'm going to try group work today, unless my mind is just scattered. I hope I don't have one of those days where I don't even have 20 minutes for me to regroup for my swing trading mind. I might just be numb. But if things go well today, I'd like to do some group work in the new FX Bootcamp software, because it can handle group rooms, breakout rooms, but I don't know how it handles it. And does it pause the recording? I mean, I don't know. So we'll have to figure that out. But my thought is I give everyone a quick task, and then we come back and I go through each one. So I will not do the traditional let me talk for an hour and then we start doing other stuff. I'll probably skip me talking and we just jump into group work and review some of your trades and go. Because this is the day before NFP, and we know everything can change based on NFP. So why plan next week if tomorrow supersedes next week? Right? Okay. Oh, it'll be, Richard, it's usually trade planning type group work. But sometimes I have people like this group goes to the Reserve Bank of Australia website and get some information. This one goes to the Bank of Canada website and get some information. All that kind of stuff. No, but Lucas, I would like to always do those. So yeah, do that's right. So for everybody, remember, go to the challenge section of FX Bootcamp. Why don't I just do it? Hang on. Let me log in. All right. As a reminder, let me open this up. Hang on. Let me change this title. Okay. Okay. All FX boot campers that want to attend tonight, go to the challenge section of the website. Okay. Go to the uncompleted area. So we're on week 5 now. Okay. We're on week 5 and submit your technical trade plan. Remember, make sure I can see what pair it is. Make sure I can see the prices and the dates and the time frame. Like, don't just give me like 8 candles and 3 moving averages. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what any of this is. But upload your trade plan. And remember, you get points for that. A lot of points, in fact. Okay, and then I'll go through today and review some of them. Okay, and we'll check the leaderboard. Yeah, Meta's way ahead. Okay, so anyways, remember, go to challenges, go to create a swing trade, and go to week 4, and of course, 9 hours to complete. Okay, cool. And right, and then for those that don't know what the heck I'm talking about, so people go in and they upload their swing trading plans, and I go through and I review and critique. And if you're willing to take the mic, if you're in the live event, I can ask questions. Like, what are you thinking here? What are you thinking there? What about this? What about that? And this is us all planning our 300 pip trades. Okay? And if you can't make a 300 pip trade, you need to join FX Bootcamp. I know that's probably more pips on one trade than your guru makes in a month, but that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Okay? Let me just make one point. How many people here have done the challenge in which I force you to make 10,000 pips in 1 month? How many people have actually done it? 10,000 pips in a month. Many of you have done it. I just want to make that point. Some people can't even fathom that. They're like, Wayne, that's a year. No. In a month. Who else has? Oh, yeah, it was a couple of years ago. But my point with that exercise was to break the mold. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, of course. No, no, using ICT's 1 minute candle strategy. No. Does anyone remember how many losses you were allowed to take? Yeah. So there you go, guys. And I know many more people have done it. That's just people in today's live stream. So you got to break the mold, man. You got to break the way you think. You got about trading and how you look at trading. How it changes the way you set your trades up. It changes the way you manage your risk, and change the way you manage your reward. Okay. It's just, yeah. Okay. So anyways, but if you don't know, you don't know. That's it. So anyways, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Please have a wonderful day. Remember, no live stream here tomorrow at Forex.Today. Tomorrow's live stream is at the FX Street. Let's see if they actually have popped that up yet. I didn't ask them to do it because it's not my company. Is it pre-done? No. Yeah. All right. So they don't pre-do it. So you'll have to look at that.
Welcome to this short introductory video about the FX.
Here's what I can send you. Maybe you'll see it here. I believe in angels. Okay, that gets you here. So imagine this. 2 years ago was my 175th month of trading non-farm payrolls live at FX Street. And your last YouTube guru hasn't even been trading that long. So now we're at 200 and something. What are we at, 202? Oh, they want you to, is that what they're doing at FX Street, is where they want you to register? Is it under video? Oh, cancel. Is it under video? Latest live videos? Show schedule maybe, huh? Is that what they want? They want it here. Is that how they do it? That's how they do it. 203rd month. Chickadita pa. There you go. And you might want to read this. I did this in 2019. I remember, actually, I'm going to go sit in the same spot where I wrote this article. How to prepare for and trade. Oh, and this is going to be important. Trade the revision. This is what we're going to do tomorrow. Oh my God, I wrote it in 2019. Yeah, boy. Peace. How low can you go? Death row. What a brother know. Once again, back is the incredible rhyme animal, the incredible D. All right. Let's go. I'll see you when I see you. Hopefully at 4 p.m. Cheers. Hey. That just happened.